Dodgy Bruce here, welcome to my channel. Thought you'd never see this again. The Mazda Protege. Astina, bloody Mazda thing, 2000 model. I lent it to a mate of mine to so he could drive it because his car had an accident. So and I got it back, but a few problems we have to go through. I've got coils. It takes two of them, and I have a fuel pump. Apparently a common problem on these is when it gets hot it just cuts out, and apparently that's the coils. They just get too hot and they just cut out, and there's two of them. So about 15, 20, 25 minutes later, once they cool down, it then runs nice. You wouldn't even know. So if you ever have a problem or know anyone whose Mazda just cuts out for no reason and then half an hour later it starts again, coils. So I've got these nice new coil packs. Not exactly cheap, you know, but there it is. Luckily my mate Jacob from work, he had a fuel pump he got from well, he got for one of his cars and never used it, so I've got that. So that's what we're going to do today, is put them in. We'll see how we go with the fuel tank, because it's under the back seat and yeah, I don't know. But coil packs should be easy, so let's get onto it. So you're wondering how can two spark plugs one do two? Well, of course you've got, where is it? You've got the main shank, which is one spark plug, and then you've got the one coming off the side. So there's your second spark plug, and the one it's sitting on the other. Anyway, these little clippies, they're to go in there, and what you do is you press that down. Now that is fairly hard, because it's very hard to try and get that in, especially this old. You push that in, probably helps to push it in a bit, push it down firmly, and it should just easily release. Unfortunately, when you're doing this, everything falls apart. So little plastic clips that hold your wiring in, they just crumble. I don't know what that one's for. Crumbled. Yeah. And by the looks of it, these are 8, 10. Hang on, what's that one? 5/16. Yeah, that's not it. So I'd say pull those two out. Pull those two out, and then this should just pop straight out, which you'll soon find out. And the other thing is, make sure you've got a flathead screwdriver. This is my just takeaway toolbox, and it's got 3 Phillips head screwdrivers. Let's scrounge around for the flathead. Why have I got 3? 3-to-1 ratio is not good. Anyway, this should be fairly easy. So let me go find the right, I'd say they're 10mm. We've got 10 maybe. Yeah, probably 10. Alright, let's have a gander. So undone them. Just pull straight up. Ooh. Oh, okay. Don't know. Looks pretty manky. Well, what I'll do is I'll put the screws already into the new one. I'm not going to touch the spark plug, because, as you know, if you touch something, it'll stuff up. Push that firmly on. Let's take this one out. Oh, it's still wet. Oh, okay. It's got a bit of moisture on it. Why has it got a bit of moisture in there? Let's see, it's got moisture on it, that's for sure. Okay, I'll just let that clean out or dry out for a bit. I've got the new one ready to go to pop in. Screws are in it. I'll just let that, I don't know, you can't really see in there. Sorry my shaky hands, but that's what I do. Yeah, no, you can't. But as you can see, all you have to do is just, they pull out fairly easily. That's pretty gungy. You just push it in like a normal spark plug, just push it into the end. So this, you'll hear it go clip on the spark plug, but it just pulls out. It is 10 mil, and you think I could find my 10 mil? Nah. But luckily, I had this laying around because I knew I'd run out, and it has a 10 mil, so I've used it. Always grab yourself a spare, even though that's not 10 mil. Grab one of those multi 10 mil packs, that way you never run out, which is probably something I'm going to have to do soon. Because I keep losing my 10 mils. I don't know where they go. Maybe if I actually kept all my tools in one spot instead of just pushing them all over the damn place. Yeah. Alright, let's see. Did it with the rag on a stick, on a screwdriver in there. I've just plugged those back in, and they just clip. Two little placeholders there, the same as there. You just put that on. Now, I suppose they're going to. And you go one way. Here we go. Click, click. Now, as long as I've got those on right. Sorry if that's a little bit close, but you may not know this, but I am using a phone for all my recording because I got no money. Because I spend it on cars. Eventually I might do upgrade. Alright, so that's... Alright, let's take these. Oof. So... I'm not supposed to... Sometimes, I know they put a lubricant around there to stop the... like you would on normal electrodes and whatnot. I'm not sure if you're supposed to do it. Didn't come in the box, so I take it they wouldn't. Oh, go to parts. So what's that? $75 each. See, not cheap. And that was the cheapest I could find. Yeah, $165 just for 2 coils. Yikes. Anyway, let's see if she starts. Which I bloody hope so. Alright, push the key in. And she starts binging at me. Alright. Oh, look at that! She's running! Now, it doesn't seem to be missing. Seems to be running on all cylinders. Where's the throttle? No arcing. So I must have pushed those on properly. Alright, this engine bay is absolutely filthy. Oh, that'll get a clean before I take it to rego. This, because it's got rego from another. Oh, hang on. Take the key half out, it stops beeping at you. Yeah, because it's got a different state's plates, I've got to put it through our local registration authority, and they go over the whole car, the fine-tooth comb, before I can transfer it to our rego. But this car, even though as boring as it is, how mundane as it is, they're actually a nice car. Well, as nice as a 2000 Mazda can be. And there's no major problems with it, except for a broken taillight and a front indicator, which I still have. Yeah, so I bought some of those, and I even got a couple of... It's scratched there, and it's scratched down the side, because you might have remembered or not, previous owner was a bit of a park by feel type person. But I might get I'll get some rubbing compound and rub that out. It might not be too bad, but for this bumper I can get a little spray can of this paint, which should be a very generic blue colour, and I'll just paint that bumper, and then I'll wash down this whole engine base so it's actually clean. But yeah, there we go. That took all of what, 10 minutes? 10 minutes, $165. But yeah, you can see why, you know, after a while these things, I mean, no spark plug or coil pack is going to last 20 odd bloody years, and it is 20 years today, or this year. It was born 2000, it's now 2020, so yeah. And this one, even though I drove it just up around the corner there, down to here. The engine's not even warm yet, but I don't know where that moisture's come from. That's and that might actually be, yep, that's oil. That's not good. Maybe these have a thing where the rocker cover, like on the Fords, they have a tube between the rocker cover and the spark plugs separate, and they have a little O-ring just in the top there when you put the rocker cover on, and the O-ring, if it, 20 odd years, it depreciates. As the cams are lopping up the oil, it actually seeps by the little O-ring. Don't know. Don't care at the moment because it's running. That's all I care about. Alright, let's delve into that bloody fuel tank now. Under the back seat, inspection plate, 4 screws, couple of clips. There's an electric, oh yeah, that electric one. Same thing, you got to press hard on the clip to actually get it off. But yeah, and there's I think it's 8 screws. Yeah, and of course there's always one that doesn't come out, so a bit of the hammer, pliers, and then she's out. Holy crap, that was harder than I thought. Oops. Yeah, so that was a right pain. That one, it was actually quite easy to get everything, all the little screws off, except for that one. I don't know if spraying anything would help because it doesn't really get underneath to loosen it up, but hit with a hammer first because the Phillips head was a bit manky. It started to strip the thread in the head in the, I don't know, where the Phillips head attaches, but oh god, that took way longer than I expected. But hey, it's out now, so I've got to figure out all these clips around the base. I suppose they shouldn't come out. Oh, dripping fuel all over me. These little clips should easily lift up. You get a screwdriver and they should just lift up, unclip, and then this whole bottom piece should come off, and then I can replace the, where is that? There's probably a screw under there as well, because there's the thing for a screw, and yeah, you got a little O-ring there. What was it? O-ring? Brass? Aluminium? I don't know. Get away. And that's a little different to this one. This is a really long sock, whereas that's not. But it is a little bit wider. A little bit wider. Yeah. And there's another little screw thing. All right. What an absolute pain in the butt that is. But hey, it's out. I'm only changing it because I can. There are some faults with these once they get a bit old. The pumps, they're going to die. It's a 20-year-old car. It's going to die. So if you can, while you're pulling it apart, as I said, it's under the back seat. That just pops out. Seat pops out. 4 screws for the cover. Unclip the thing and the cover goes away. And then 8 screws around the outside. You can see and they're only little Phillips head screws. They're like tiny screws, but the damn thing seals because you got this rubber, and it seals quite good. But oh geez, give them a tap with a hammer and a screwdriver before you pull them out, because 7 came off, like leaned on them and turned it and they cracked, but that one, anyway, let's pull this thing apart. Well, that wasn't too hard to pull off. As I said, just those 4 little tabs around the top here, and that just pops off. And then what it does, it just shows you that, oh, there is a little rubber cap. Take the rubber cap, it's just rubber, and that gives you that. You can see you've got the little, oh, you spill everything everywhere. You've got that little clip there, which on the new one is that, and I ain't putting it on because it's a pain in the ass. But the only thing is, the difference, when you pull it out, you can unplug it because the cord pulls through. It is plugged in behind, oh, there it is there. There it is there. It's plugged behind that one, which can be a bit of a pain to get to, but it's only one, this little clip on the side here, so it's only one you have to push in. It's usually facing this way, so you just pull it out and it comes through. The other wire, there's 3 wires in it. One is to that, where is it, there, not sure where there is, probably another ground, which, you know, considering it's got one, I don't know why there's a third one. The new kit only has 2 wires, so yeah. But the problem is, that shaft there, as you can see, is smooth. Whereas the new one, you might just be able to see there, it's barbed. Which means you can't stick, oops, this little jigger, which sits there, you can't put it on. But you do have this rubber thing which also slides off the old one, which by the looks of it, it's an interference fit, and you can see there is a big hole. Well, that's where the fuel line comes in. You can still see it moving around inside, some fuel in it. That squeezes into there, so that's, I don't know, like a rubber grommet, but a fairly tight rubber grommet. Yeah, you can see it's barbed, so once it goes in, it's fine. Now, because this inlet is inlet? Yeah, I suppose it's an inlet, is barbed, this little jigger now won't come off. But as you can see, it's exactly the same hole. So obviously these 2 pumps aren't the same, but they pretty much are exactly, even the connections are exactly the same. So that one's got, yeah, that one's got 2 as well. So that one's got 2, that one's got 2, but as you can see, the what's the name, it's only got 2 wires, whereas this one has 3. So, but now that that's on, that's the thing, this little rubber grommet is the thing that's going to stop it from going in. So if this is going to be hard to hold, and if I pull that bloody wire out, and let's see if I can click it in, and it comes out quite easily. It's a lot harder than it looks. Is that in? Oh yeah, that looks in. Rightio, so if I push, right, so that wire is just sitting there. So if I pull that out, there we go. So that then can fold around, and this then, where the hell's the plunger? Oh, there it is, right there. So you can actually see it. And then, where is it? There. See how that went in? I hope you did. It's literally just a press fit. And what I did is I put my screwdriver in there and actually just pushed it out. But it's literally that rubber grommet is the only thing actually holding this pump in. So it's an insulator, a grommet, and whatever. And as you can see, that's pretty much where it sits. This little rubber doohickey should just go on top somehow. It's even exactly the same. It's not sitting really, is it? It's just, it's a tighter fit on the other one. So if I put that in the tank, that's just going to fall off. It's not I don't know what that is. Or is that a bypass? Pressure relief type bypass? I know, but the little thing, that's just, so in that one it clipped on a lot easier. This one not so much. That's just sitting on there. Doesn't seem to want to clip. Do we really need it? Nah, screw it. Alright, so all I've got to do, if I just set this camera up somehow, Drop that down. Alright, so now, alright, so if I grab that, oh, is that going to fit anymore? That's straight. Okay, that's straight. Oh, it just clips straight on as, oh, that's what holds the rubber jiggy on, maybe. Shit. Oops. We'll try that, mate, shall we? So, let's take this off again. So, one clip under there, put your finger under it, that clip there, that lifts it up one side, and then that comes off. And if I just rest that on there, it doesn't seem to do anything, I think it just sits there, and then we'll clip that back on. There we go. That will keep the rubber hat on. So now it's just a case of that wire went underneath and around, but you get the idea, and that just should just click in. That's it. That's fairly easy, really. That's it. Oh. Alright, well, the rest of it's all sealed, so you don't need to do anything. So literally, pop this cap off, push down on the fuel pump, and that little grommet, and it'll just fall out. Undo the one behind. This front one is actually for the sender. This front one. The one behind is actually for the pump. Unclip it. You might have to take that off. I haven't bothered to, and it might not come out. It probably does, but I'm not touching it. You can get the pump almost out, and you can unclip as you saw that wire for the actual pump. Change over those rubber grommets, and then that's it. The grommet's the only thing actually holding it in. I mean, it does kind of sit on the bottom of the tank anyway, so, and it's sucking, so it's going to pull, the pressure's going to pull the pump up into the body, because it's not pushing, it's pulling. Yeah, all right, let's go shove it in. Let's go shove it in. Open my phone. Alright, I didn't have much fuel in it anyway, so that was one of the other reasons why. So, that should just go in there like that. And get in there like these stupid wires out. Get the terminals out of the way, and that should, oh, there we go. Now I think, look at the holes there. Okay, there we go, that's where the screw holes are. So that should be it. These just clip on. To take them off, you can see there's just this, on the sides. Most of these new cars will have these quick release, what's the name? Some will have 3, some will have 2. And you just push the sides in, both sides. One actually pretty much does it. And they just clip on. And then you just push them on, and you'll hear them clip. Well, let's button this thing up first. See how we go. Screws are in. Now these were sitting in the ends. I don't know why, because they don't do anything. So I might just throw that one away and put the other one. Where did I put the other one? Oh, there it is. So they did nothing. But hey, we'll put them on. And we just put that in. It just sits inside it like that. And then click. And again. Click. Done. That's in. Now this inspection cover, set that way. So that should just go little click. That's it. Put the cover back on. Let's go check it out. Let's see if she does what it's supposed to. See if you can hear it. Shut up. Well, it must be working. Although it took a little bit to fire it up. I'm just going to put the seat back in now. But the seat's easy because you've got two locating tabs under the rear top section, and then just the two little widgets in the bottom there, which is those. I usually sit on them and they clip in. There we go. Fuel pump is changed. Well, we won't have problems with that for another bloody 20 odd years, I reckon. Yeehaw. Alright. Now I think I've got a gauge, haven't I? Yeah, so that's done 176,000 kilometres. God knows what that's in miles, probably 150, 140,000 miles. Oh, beeping, I hate the beeping. You pull it at halfway and it stops. So, oh God. So I think those pumps are only like 50 bucks. Don't quote me on it. I'm not a mechanic, so I have no idea, but that would have been probably, it's a small pump, probably 40 bucks, 30 bucks. Let's go 30. So that was it. Although it's more involved, it's fairly easy. Let's put this down. Let's put this down here, shall we? Oh, there we go. Rightio. So yeah, so it's probably about 40 bucks or so for the pump. I mean, ain't that big. You can feel, I can feel a metal or plastic body in here. You can see the other one only had a little skeleton, but this one's quite long, but I think it's pretty munted. This could probably still work because it hasn't failed, but it will. It's 20 years old. It's done 176,000 kilometres. It ain't gonna last forever. At least now, it'll last until I sell it, at least. But that's, yeah, it's not hard. 4 bolts for the cover, clip. Get your 2 fuel lines, clip. Your 8 bolts, tap them first, otherwise you'll end up reefing on it, and because it's just Phillips head screws, so good chance you'll burr the head. Give them a tap on each one with a little rubber mallet, or just maybe spray some inox, maybe some blistol or something to get in there and maybe do something. But because it's so tight, don't think the liquid will actually get in. So just give it a tap with the hammer. If you've got a what do you call it, hit and turn impact driver, do that. Get an impact driver and just crack each one and then screw them out with a normal thing. But apart from this little jigger, it's bolts in, and then you just clip it, click, 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 screw, 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 done. Pretty much the same with the coil packs as well. 2 screws on each, 2 10mm screws, 2 plugs. The spark plug lead boots were a bit dry and stuck to it, so I just got a screwdriver flathead and just went around it and off they came. So there you go. Anyway, that's your minor major maintenance on stuff that will die. Where's all my bloody hand degreaser? Anyway, that'll keep it going for another while. Anyway, I've still got the indicator and tail light, which I've got in the boot, brand new. I think they're like 30 bucks each. That, and just scuff up the paint. I'll get rid of the paint and scuff that one and maybe give it a paint job. Maybe refresh the headlights. And a quick clean up. This thing should pass rego. It's tidy. It's basic. You know, the interior is in good nick. there's no tears or dirt marks or anything. It's actually quite tidy. It's just so boring, but very reliable. So anyway, that'll do it. Nothing big. Anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe and whatnot. I've hit me 100, so now I've got the custom URL. So if you ever look in, just go YouTube-Dodgy's Garage in one word, Dodgy's Garage, and you'll find it. Easy to share and look on. So there we go. One little Mazda serviced. All right, that's it. I think I need a drink now. I'm gonna go have a drink. Screw this. All right.